No party, love. Why are you doing this? Why is it so important for you to create this narrative like you were doing something for a friend and a friend did you so wrong? Is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me. Even now, I'm holding on to your business. I'm trying to protect you medically. I'm trying to protect you romantically. Then, and even now, I'm holding on to your business. I'm trying to protect you medically. I'm trying to protect you romantically. It could have been done. Before I even tell y'all the rest, I woke up this morning. Her publicist called me. Q, what can we do to put this thing to bed? Tell her to go on her stories and write, Funky Dineva did not do anything to me. I should have said something sooner. This was about 40 minutes before I even decided to do this live. The only reason the music video came out as early as it did was and even in this moment, I still don't have the heart to do it to you.
Okay, listen to this because this whole situation just spun completely out of control. Funky Diva jumped on his YouTube channel and went straight into expose mode, and the way he started spilling info about Tamar Braxton had people staring at their screens like, wait, what? He didn't hold back at all. He went as far as saying Tamar and Mendeecees, yes, that Menace, the husband of Yee, are caught up in some secret affair.
But can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
This claim alone had social media shaking, but the way he laid it out made everything feel 10 times more chaotic. And trust me, this story isn't a simple one-liner. It's got layers on top of layers, like one of those cakes that look normal until you cut into it and everything starts collapsing. This whole thing is messy, dramatic, and straight up unbelievable, so get comfortable because this roller coaster doesn't slow down. Now let's take it back to August, when things first started getting strange. Tamar posted something on her socials that had everyone genuinely worried.
But can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
She said she almost lost her life and was discovered in a pool of blood. Yes, a real pool of blood. The internet froze because the details were intense. Tamar explained she couldn't talk, could barely move, and felt so weak she thought she wouldn't make it. A friend found her with injuries on her face, and the whole thing felt like something out of a movie. But this was her real life. People were sitting there trying to make sense of everything, wondering what happened behind the scenes and how things got so serious so fast.
No party, love. Why are you doing this? Why is it so important for you to create this narrative like you were doing something for a friend and a friend did you so wrong? Is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all. So since she was throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all wanna know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house? Because after her and Mendeecees got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and your ass was kissing. Okay, and the shit made me damn uncomfortable. Okay, now if anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeecees and his best friend because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. Now I don't know whether they was fucking your ass from the back and ran your head through the headboard or what. Okay, but if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, it need to be Mendeecees and his friend, because that's who went upstairs with you.
This wasn't just drama. It was a whole emergency that left everybody shaken. We're talking a fractured nose, missing teeth, trouble even moving. This wasn't some small injury. This was real-life danger. She opened up about how her whole mental journey was just getting started, and here's the wild part. She said she didn't even know what happened to her that night. That had everybody staring at their phones like, how does someone end up like that and not remember?
Yandy, honey, you might have to hit up Funky because he was on live last night letting the tea spill. He basically said that your husband was with Tamar Braxton in the backseat of the car and they were kissing it up, girl. They was kissing so hot and heavy that it made him uncomfortable. So when they got to Tamar Braxton's house, he felt like, oh, think you guys need some privacy, so I'm not gonna go upstairs. So Mendeecees and Mendeecees' best friend went upstairs with Tamar. Next thing you know, Tamar Braxton woke up with no teeth. So who's gonna explain to us?
When someone drops a post like that, people naturally get worried and confused. Folks start trying to put the pieces together, trying to decode every detail, and that's exactly when the plot starts twisting. So, here's what we do know about that night. Tamar was actually out with Funky Diva, and then rumors started spinning that she had even thrown him a birthday party that same evening. Soon as that hit the streets, people started connecting dots that didn't even belong together.
Baby, this is an example of it's okay to just be quiet. Funky didn't even told you to leave him alone. Funky didn't even said if you keep my name out your mouth, I will keep your name out of my mouth. He told you to leave him alone, and he really went on about his merry little way. Funky didn't even got a whole lot of stuff going on right now. He told us last week that he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. I think he has other things to worry about, but no. You did an interview. You brought the situation up again. You brought him up again. Now, do I think that what you said, Tamar, was serious? It wasn't. It was real light. But it doesn't matter. He told you don't say his name. So now he's telling it. He done said that the reason why he did not go upstairs the night of his birthday party that you threw for him down to the Houstons, and the reason why when y'all left the club and all of that, and he got back to your house, and the reason why he did not go upstairs, which is why he don't know what happened.
Since folks assumed they were together the whole night, social media decided Funky must have been around when everything went down. And the internet did what the internet always does. It jumped into full detective mode with zero evidence. People were coming for Funky hard. Comments blowing up, fingers pointing everywhere, folks dragging his name like he was the main character in the incident. It was messy and loud, and the backlash came fast. Now this is where Funky starts feeling real irritated, because from his perspective, he's getting smashed online for something he had nothing to do with. And the person he considers a friend, Tamar, isn't saying a single thing to shut down the rumors or defend him.
Into your teeth is because you and Mendeecees allegedly was all in the back seat kissing, hugging, and things of that nature. He said that the whole situation made him uncomfortable because when y'all would go out to eat, Mendeecees would show up. He said that you used to walk around in your booty shorts sitting on Mendeecees' lap and stuff, and it wasn't just for the cameras acting for your music video, okay? He said that this was going on when there wasn't even no cameras around. And he said it made him uncomfortable. And that's what he been trying not to say. That's what he been trying to spare you. But now he done told it. He done said it. Now, whether people choose to believe him or not, it really doesn't matter. Baby, he said don't say his name. Now, y'all do know that the Tamar crash out is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Imagine sitting there watching your name get thrown around non-stop and the one person who could clear things up just stays silent. That silence hit different, and it definitely set the stage for even more drama. Total radio silence. But when people asked why she didn't step in, Tamar basically said she was fighting for her life in the hospital. Which, okay, that makes sense. If someone is laid up in a hospital bed after something traumatic, jumping online to defend anybody is probably not the first thing on their mind. But here's where the story switches up. Funky said they were texting the whole time she was in the hospital, like non-stop communication.
I pray that a friend like Funky Diva never finds me. I can't stand them messy ass punks that want to run business after you fall out with somebody you claim to be cool with. You want to run around with somebody's sister this, sister that, friend this, friend that, and then the moment they do something that you don't care for or that you think is wrong in your mind, it's time to run their business? And you already been threatening to run it since, the situation, the fallout happened. Like, he was pulling one of them Simones off of Married to Medicine. I got this bag of, info. You keep playing with me and I'm going to dump it out. All right. Now what? Now what, Funky? Do you feel better about your life now that you think you've exposed Tamar? Someone you called a friend? Someone who called you a friend? It's weird. It's so strange. And I feel like he's too old to be acting like that. You should know better. And you know, I remember Funky saying something like, Tamar don't matter what it's for, she just wants to be talked about. She don't care if it's good or bad, she just wants to be talked about. Well, if you know that, and if you feel like that, and if you think that, then you know she don't give a fuck about you trying to run her business. So what was it for? But you know, since Funky wants to use Tamar's name to run his numbers up, let's use Funky's name to run Tamar's numbers up. Let's stream Heartbreak Retrograde. Let's watch it on YouTube. Listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, buy it on iTunes, share it, all that. Hopefully a tour is coming soon, because I'm ready to hear this new music live. I miss how you love me, love me, love me. No one's gonna love me like you love me.
So from his point of view, she could have easily tapped out a quick line like, "Funky didn't do this, stop coming for him." A simple story post, a tweet, anything. But she didn't say a word, and that silence hit him the wrong way. So Funky decided to handle things himself and hopped on YouTube to clear his own name. And while he was doing that, he dropped a little hint that had everybody sitting up straight. He said there was a secret he wanted to expose but held back because, get this, he was trying to protect her romantically. Romantically. Think about that for a second, because that one word shifted the whole vibe. He even hinted that a music video release had something to do with everything going on, which made the whole situation feel even more tangled. And that's exactly the moment where this tea went from warm to boiling. Because the same night all this chaos happened, rumors started racing around social media saying Tamar was involved with Menace. Yes, that Menace. The whispers were spreading everywhere, and people were acting like they had front row seats to something huge. Yes, Yandy Smith's husband Menace. Word is he was out with them that night. And according to several people who were there, Tamar and Mendeecees were looking way too comfortable together. And when I say comfortable, I mean folks were whispering that they were flirting, getting real cozy, and that Tamar even sat on his lap at one point. The whole energy had people giving each other that side-eye like, what is going on right now? It wasn't just a little off. The vibe was questionable, messy, suspicious, everything all at once. So when the internet caught wind of this, everybody was stunned. Tamar and Mendeecees? That opened up a whole situation nobody expected to even hear about. Then out of nowhere, plot twist. Tamar drops her EP rollout video, and guess who pops up as her on-screen love interest? Mendeecees. They're all cute and romantic in the video, acting like a full couple, and the whole thing looks polished and scripted. So suddenly people start piecing things together differently. They're like, oh, okay, the rumors must have started because people saw them filming the music video. And honestly, that explanation calmed a lot of folks down. For a moment, the internet chilled out, thinking it was a simple misunderstanding. Just two artists working together, doing their jobs, nothing more. It looked professional, harmless, and people were ready to move on like the whole thing was yesterday's news. But the peace didn't last long. Not even close. The calm was just the quiet moment before everything flipped again, and the internet had no idea what was coming next. Fast forward to right now, and Funky Diva just dropped a bomb that nobody was ready for. He came out saying, actually, no, Tamar and Mendeecees were having an affair. He's claiming the whole situation was real, not rumor, and that the music video got rushed out as quick damage control to cover up what was really happening behind the scenes. This flipped everything upside down. But hold up, it gets even wilder! Funky is now saying that Mendeecees and his friends supposedly know exactly what happened to Tamar that night she ended up in the hospital. According to him, they're sitting on the full story while the world is still in the dark. Let me run that back because that is serious. Funky is alleging that Mendeecees and his friend know what went down the night Tamar wound up with those injuries. The same night she says she doesn't even remember. That claim alone had people clutching their phones like, wait, what? So why is Funky airing all of this out now instead of months ago? Well, Tamar recently did an interview where she once again repeated the story that she threw Funky a birthday party that night. And Funky is calling that a straight-up lie. He said that was the moment he snapped. He basically said, "I tried to stay quiet. I tried to protect you. But if you're gonna keep telling stories that never happened, then I'm done holding back." That was his breaking point. He felt like he was being dragged into a situation he didn't create, and he wasn't letting it slide anymore. And his version of the truth? It's messy, loud, and full of angles nobody was prepared to hear. He's standing on his story saying Tamar absolutely knows what happened that night, and she's not being honest about it. And from the way he's talking, he's not backing down or softening anything. He's ready to lay it all out no matter how chaotic it gets. Right now, the public is completely split. Some folks are calling out Funky hard, saying he shouldn't be blasting Tamar's personal business like this because it's way too messy, way too personal, and feels unnecessary. They think he crossed a line by putting all this out in the open. But then you've got the other side, people who are stunned at the idea that Tamar might have allegedly gotten mixed up with someone else's husband. Yandy and Menace already had their own public ups and downs, and now this situation gets thrown into the mix, making everything even harder to digest. And the speculation? It's spinning fast. People keep bringing up that moment Tamar, Menace, and Mendeecees' friend supposedly went upstairs in that house that night. Everybody online is asking the same thing. What happened in that room? What did they see? What did they hear? What really went down before Tamar ended up injured and confused? The questions just keep stacking higher, and nobody has a solid answer. The whole thing feels like one big puzzle with missing pieces, and every time someone tries to solve it, another twist pops up. And Tamar? She hasn't said one single word. Total silence. No statement, no interview, no quick IG story, nothing at all. It's like she hit pause on the entire situation while the internet keeps exploding around her. But let's be real, she won't stay quiet forever. We all know how this usually goes. Eventually, she's gonna speak up. Maybe through her team, maybe a full sit-down interview, maybe a video on her page. Something is coming because a storm like this doesn't just fade on its own. So that's where the whole Tamar and Funky Diva saga stands right now. It's wild, it's confusing, it's tangled, and honestly, there are still way too many unanswered questions and way too many people waiting for the next move. And while everyone is still arguing about who's right and who's lying, there's another layer to this whole situation that's making people side-eye everybody. See, Funky didn't just hint at Tamar knowing what really happened. He also threw in this claim that she's been skating around the truth for months while letting the internet chew him up. That hit the timeline like a spark in dry grass, and suddenly people were questioning everybody's motives. Some folks are now wondering if this entire situation has turned into a battle of egos. Tamar staying quiet because she doesn't want to expose too much, and Funky speaking out because he feels played and embarrassed. And when those two energies crash, it never ends clean. Then the conversation shifted again when people remembered how tense things have been between Tamar and some of her sisters over the years. Now folks are speculating whether this new drama has created even more distance behind the scenes. Because if Tamar is dealing with all this chaos, and Funky is out here dropping hints left and right, it's hard to believe none of this is shaking things inside the Braxton circle. And let's not forget social media's favorite question right now. If Tamar didn't remember what happened, how does Funky know so much? That one question has the whole internet pacing around trying to connect dots that may not even belong together. People are drawing charts, making threads, posting theories. It's like everyone suddenly turned into detectives with no badges. The whole situation is spiraling, and nobody can agree on what the truth even looks like. But one thing is clear. Whatever Tamar eventually says, if she ever decides to speak, it's going to shake the entire internet all over again. Because the way this drama is moving, the next chapter is guaranteed to be just as wild as everything we've seen so far. And just when everybody thought the story couldn't twist any harder, things took an even stranger turn. Because now people online are starting to question whether this whole situation has been boiling behind closed doors way longer than anyone realized. The way new details keep popping up is making folks wonder if this drama has been slowly stacking up like dominoes, just waiting for the right moment to fall. Some people are even saying that this might be why Tamar has been keeping her circle tighter lately. Like maybe she already knew the situation was shaky, and instead of dealing with a full explosion, she tried to keep everything quiet until she could figure out her next move. But now that Funky started talking, the silence is impossible for her to hide behind. At the same time, Funky isn't acting like someone who's second-guessing himself. He's speaking like he's been sitting on this information for months, letting it heat up, and now he's ready to let the whole world see the parts he kept tucked away. And that confidence has people asking what else he knows, what else he's holding, and what else he might drop next if he feels pushed again. But the craziest part? The internet has turned this whole situation into a full-blown investigation. People are digging through old videos, old interviews, old pictures, anything that might give a clue. Every clip gets paused, zoomed, analyzed, rewatched, all because people swear there's more to the story. And as all these theories keep flooding in, the tension just keeps building. Because if the internet is already this close to losing it over rumors and clues, imagine what's going to happen when someone decides to release real receipts. Or when Tamar finally breaks her silence. One thing's for sure, the way this drama is unfolding, it feels like we're only halfway through the storm, and the next wave is about to hit any second. So what do you think about all this chaos? Do you feel like Funky was right for putting everything out in the open? Or should he have just kept quiet and stayed out of it? And what do you think really went down that night? The truth, not the stories, not the rumors, but what actually happened behind those closed doors? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear what everyone has to say about this wild situation. This whole thing is turning into one of the most confusing celebrity dramas we've seen in a long time, and hearing your take on it makes the conversation even crazier. All right, that's the end of this breakdown, but before you dip out, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't miss the next drop because this story is far from over, and more drama is definitely coming. And listen, if you want even more breakdowns, scandals, behind-the-scenes whispers, and the kind of tea people are scared to spill, then make sure you subscribe to JuicyReel right now. We're serving the hottest stories, the wildest updates, and the kind of content that keeps you locked in every single time. Don't miss out! JuicyReel is where the real drama lives.